evening and welcome to the evening news for today, Thursday, March 23, 2023. I am Jemima Holmes. Thank you for tuning in. Now let's take a look at some of the lead stories tonight. Relationship between PPPC and PNC-LED APNU+AFC going downhill, says JAGDEO. Grandson confesses to dumping pensioner's body, says her death was an accident. KOPINANG in Region 8 to get a new secondary school. Barbados to help elevate Guyana's tourism industry as new MOU signed. And winners of GAFOORS 7-car Christmas promotion ride off with big smiles. Now for the news in detail. General Secretary of the Peoples Progressive Party Civic, Dr. JAGDEO, has bemoaned the party's relationship with the PNC-LED, APNU, and AFC is going downhill in light of the various postures taken by the Aubrey Norton-led grouping, which do not augur well for inclusive governance and united leadership. Find out more in our lead story tonight from Vanu Manikchand.
You have to have a period of building trust, and only then you can have that happen. But there's no building trust. In fact, we're going further apart because every day APNU pushes only one agenda, racism agenda. And they're unwilling to acknowledge and say, we support free, open, democratic elections. They would say it in words, but not really subscribe to it. Those are two fundamental things that have to change before you can work together.
That was General Secretary of the PPPC, Dr. JAGDEO, speaking about the issue of inclusive governance during a press conference at Freedom House on Thursday. He explained that this type of governance cannot be achieved without the current PNC-led opposition changing its posture on critical issues.
I suspect that this new form of inclusive governance that they're talking about only has one end, that is executive power sharing. But our point was, if you can't share a common set of values, if you believe in stealing elections and we don't, we can't get along well. If you don't share economic values and other social values or patriotism, or if you're racist, then you can't work with us on this. You have to share common values for that to work, or else you bring the same gridlock that we have in the parliament now into the cabinet and nothing happens. We've seen it. It has stymied many countries.
Nevertheless, JAGDEO, who is the vice president of the current PPPC government, further pointed out that the governing party is still committed to this type of governance, something which it included in its 2020 election manifesto.
If there's a proposal there that comes out about some form of executive power sharing and it has resonance with the people, maybe we'll have to go to a referendum or something of that sort. But right now, it's just we have made serious efforts in this party to have an institutional framework that promotes greater collaboration and governance, inclusive governance. No country in the Caribbean or in the Commonwealth, I would say, or even further afield, have those features in their constitution.
Since taking office in August 2020, President Dr. Irfan Ali and opposition leader Aubrey Norton have only met once in May 2022. Norton had snubbed a second engagement that was scheduled between the two leaders later that month, and no other meetings were set since. Reporting for the Evening News, Vanu Manikchand.
Vanu Manikchand joins us once again to report that the Peoples Progressive Party Civic is gearing up for the upcoming local government elections and will be contesting all the constituencies around the country. In this report, you will hear that the party is also aiming to increase its leadership presence in opposition strongholds.
These remarks were made by PPPC General Secretary Dr. JAGDEO, who spoke about the party's readiness for the local government elections set for June 12. While indicating that the party will be contesting all the local authority areas, the General Secretary added that the PPP's executive will be meeting soon to finalize its list of candidates to contest the local government polls.
We're getting ready. We've already been assessing candidates across the country. We haven't decided on any firmly. The executive of the party will meet before this, maybe in the next couple of weeks, to look at all the candidates. We're in consultation now across the country, so settling many areas. We were going for a model with 50% civic and 50% PPP members. So that's the rough guidance to the clusters. So that has always been the model. PPP civic. These are people who don't have membership cards. They want to contribute to the community. They want to make a difference. They're welcome as part of the PPP civic. And at the national level too.
According to JAGDEO, the party has been seeing an increase in young as well as opposition supporters. To this end, he stated that the PPP is looking to penetrate the traditional PNC strongholds across the country.
We are contesting everywhere. We'll fight a hard campaign in every single one of these areas. But I'm saying that there are some areas where we have never won these areas. And we're hoping politically that the people will give us an opportunity in these areas to prove that we can put together a stronger development plan and implement it than they have ever done.
The PPPC General Secretary further noted that if given the opportunity to run the City Council in Georgetown, citizens can look forward to enhanced transparency and accountability in the management of the city's capital resources.
Greater accountability and stewardship of the funds of the City Council. That once there's greater accountability, an increased flow of money to the City Council itself, because right now there's no accountability there. You give them money for one thing, they spend it for something else. Often it's something that doesn't bring benefits to the people of this country, or the city. So greater accountability, a more focus on development. The group in the City Hall, they're not focused on development.
Reporting for the Evening News, Fanu Manakchan.
The 27-year-old grandson, who was arrested in connection with the murder of his 88-year-old grandmother, has confessed to wrapping the woman's body in a sheet and dumping it in some bushes across the street, but he is claiming that her death was an accident. Find out more in this report.
The 27-year-old unemployed grandson told investigators that his now dead grandmother, 88-year-old Patricia Bovell, would often accused him of stealing things from her, and that he made several complaints to other relatives who told him that she is old and that he should not take her on. The grandson recalled that on the morning of Sunday, March 19, at around 4 hours, he was at the bottom flat of their shared Russell Street Georgetown home when he heard a sound coming from the upper flat where the elderly woman was. The grandson said he went to inquire, and his grandmother started to shout for murder and thief. The man said he entered the building and began to check around, but did not see anything unusual. He noted that at the time his grandmother was naked and was sitting on the floor. He said as he was about to leave the building and was passing his grandmother, his left foot accidentally hit her head and she fell on a rug, hitting her head. He went on to state that his grandmother went motionless and was not responding. The man said he became afraid and as such wrapped the woman's body in a sheet. He then took her down the stairs and rested her on an old fridge. He checked around, and when he observed that no one was around the area, he took his grandmother, still wrapped in the sheet, across the street and placed her among the garbage. The woman's body was discovered on Wednesday morning after relatives did not hear from her. The grandson was arrested. Some relatives told this newscast that the grandson was often abusive towards the elderly woman, but the woman refused to put him out on the streets since he is her now deceased daughter's son. The mother had 3 children, but only one remains alive and is residing overseas. Bishar Mohammed, The Evening News.
With the anticipated October start for grinding operations at the Rose Hall Sugar Estate, the already limited labor supply in Berbice might be further impacted. Our Berbice correspondent Andrew Carmichael reports that the Albion Estate is likely to be affected when Rose Hall commences grinding.
Region 6 Chairman David Armagon says already the Rose Hall Estate is feeling the impact of limited planters. The chairman says he was recently updated on the situation by the estate manager.
The problem is with planters, and planters are extremely important in feeding the factory, because unless you plant canes, and then you won't really get canes. And so one of the problems that they face quite recently is to get planters to work at Rose Hall Estate, and they've had to bring people from Skeldon to work in the fields to plant canes. And now the problem that might be compounded, because if you have to get cane cutters who are presently attached, Rose Hall cane cutters are attached to Albion at the moment.
Once Rose Hall commences grinding and there is a need for harvesters, Armagon says those who are from East Kanji and the New Amsterdam area are likely to move back to the Rose Hall Estate, leaving a void at Albion, which is already dealing with a shortage of harvesters.
Of course, as we all know, this is not a matter that is being raised now. The private sector in their various meetings, especially the Central Quarantine Chamber of Commerce, in their meetings with the various stakeholders, with various ministers and government officials, did express that they are finding difficulty, especially in the farming community. Although they are paying $5,000 a day, they are finding great difficulty getting people to work in these rice field areas and so. So, I don't know, we have to, the best thing is very quickly get into mechanization, or the alternative has to be looked at by government as to how we can get more labor into the area.
Already, close to 4,000 acres have been cultivated at Rose Hall and should be ready for harvesting in 6 months.
The thing is, Rose Hall also has a twofold operation. They have private cane farmers who have already started to plant too. I don't know where they are getting their labor from if they are paying much more money, but they have already started their planting exercise. And so private cane farmers over time will be expected to be a substantial part of the supply chain of cane to the estate, to the factory. And so although Rose Hall would be also doing planting and extending their cultivation, we also expect that private cane farmers who have been given lands already will also chip in and be able to supply the factory.
For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
The village of Copinan, Region 8, is set to benefit from a new state-of-the-art secondary school as government seeks to achieve universal secondary education. Minister of Education Priya Manik-Chand made the announcement on Wednesday when she explained that land clearing has commenced at the identified site. Here's a look.
I'm here at Copiland Region 8, 2,000 feet above sea level. Behind me is the Copinan Mountain, which is a part of the Pact mountain range. And we're here because we came to talk to residents and parents and students and have a look at the land that the Tushawan village was giving to us to build a secondary school. So we're going to be building a secondary school over there where you see those bushes. The residents have already, the villagers have already begun to clear it for us. It's going to be a 500 children secondary school with dorms for 400 children and teachers' quarters because we don't have qualified secondary school teachers in this area. It's going to allow us to close 6 primary tops in the catchment area, and it's going to allow us, right now the children from this catchment, they're going to Cato or in primary tops, and at Cato they're on rotation because it's just too many of them there. This school is going to have all the labs, Physics Chem Bio, IT, library, facilities, and everything else a secondary school in Georgetown on the coast has.
Coming up, Barbados to elevate Guyana's tourism industry as new MOU signed, and port security officers told be cautious of cyber other threats. Do stay with us. More news ahead.
Did you know that when you leave your property unoccupied and unmanaged, it deteriorates much faster than you can imagine? Then before you know it, much of your hard-earned investment is wasted. At Hand in Hand Trust Corporation, property management is our business. Whether you travel for long periods, live overseas, or have several properties that require managing, let us at Hand in Hand Trust Corporation take care of this for you. Your property is safe with us. Hand in Hand Trust Corporation Incorporated, a member of the Hand in Hand Group of Companies.
Are you a sports fan? Place your sport betting bets today for your chance to win up to $15 million per coupon. Visit any agent near you or www.superbet.gy and place your bets. Must be 18 years and older. Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly. Superbet, your best bet.
Mobile lubricants is more than just oil. It's many oils. The blends of oil give you higher mileage. Choose from your advanced synthetic blend or conventional. It is the best oil for your engine.
Mobile lubricant is the best oil for newer engineering of engines. Newer engines are much more close tolerance. Thus, this oil has a variety of grades and build-up properties to suit these engineering. Mobile lubricant keeps the engine oil seals in a uniform order and condition. Mobile lubricants withstands longer drain intervals. Why is this? Mobile lubricant has a very high detergent in its oil, and once fully synthetic oil is used, we can achieve this.
So, whatever is your engine needs, choose Mobile lubricants. Proven performance for your engine.
Welcome back. You're watching the evening news. On the heels of an agreement already made between Guyana's President, Dr. Irfan Ali, and Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, the tourism private sector arms of these countries today signed another pact aimed at enhancing the tourism industry in Guyana. Tasia Dickinson has this story.
The Tourism Hospitality Association of Guyana and the Barbados Coalition of Services Industries on Thursday signed a memorandum of understanding to help boost the tourism sector in Guyana. Executive Director of the BCSI, Michelle Mayers, explained that Barbados will be conducting a needs analysis in Guyana to see where they can provide assistance.
We would essentially be helping TAG to build capacity within the organization itself, but also among its members. All of those businesses that supply the tourism sector, that we need to increase the level of service, increase skills within these sectors. And so we will be working over, well, the rest of this year, and as long as TAG needs us to help TAG put some new structures in place to be able to address the needs of this sector and the needs of its members directly.
These services, which will be free of cost, will allow for TAG to be better positioned to contribute meaningfully within the industry to fulfill the training and marketing mandates within the St. Barnabas Accord. On July 5, 2022, the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, and the President of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, signed the St. Barnabas Accord in Paramaribo, Suriname. Point 3 of the accord covers tourism and international transport.
Part of what THAG is doing is to try to work with members to make sure that we not only raise the skill level of people already in the industry, but then you look at potential people that could be in the industry that could fill that void. People that may be already working in food and beverage industry or service industry in the bank, whatever it is. But to pull those people in and make sure that we develop the human resources available so that when job opportunities come with these new hotel bills, that you have more people, more nationals of Guyana being able to take opportunities offered with the new product that is coming on board.
Meanwhile, President of TAG, Harinan Prasad, expressed gratitude to the government of Barbados for their collaborative efforts.
We can definitely gain a lot from Barbados. They've been very busy and popular with tourists, and Guyana is now on the spotlight, so we hope that we can offer the same level of service and quality that Barbados is known for.
TAG currently has 42 members and services over 70 companies within the tourism industry. Tasia Dickinson for the Evening News.
As Guyana undergoes an unprecedented economic transformation, the country has become more at risk for cyber threats, something which local port security officers were urged to be aware of. Details in this report.
Security threats posed to the shipping and port facilities came into focus when the Shipping Association of Guyana, in collaboration with Matpal Marine Institute, hosted a one-day port facility and shipping security awareness training program on Tuesday last. The exercise sought to bring port officers up to date with the various types of threats that are facing port and shipping facilities around the world. Delivering remarks at the opening ceremony of the training was Chief Port Security Officer of the Maritime Administration Department, MARAD, Major Retired Dwayne Nurse, who told participants that there are many serious threats that are prevalent at port and shipping facilities, including cyber threat, which is an emerging risk to port security worldwide. Meanwhile, Chairman of the Shipping Association of Guyana, Philip Fernandes, said the course is timely and important at this time of heightened focus on Guyana. According to Fernandes, and I quote, "The security of our shipping terminals is not only the concern of the businesses in the industry or the owners of cargo. It is of national importance that everyone plays a part to ensure the safety and integrity of our port facilities, to uphold the reputation of our country as a safe and a secure destination." End quote. On the other hand, a senior lecturer of Matpal Marine Institute, Ian Hudson, who conducted the training, outlined various threats posed to shipping and port facilities. These include terrorism, piracy, stowaway, drug trafficking, sabotage, civil unrest, kidnapping, and human trafficking. The participants were representatives from Munishwar's Limited, Guyana National Shipping Corporation, John Fernandes Limited, Namilco, and Guyana National Industrial Company, GNIC.
6 lucky winners of the GAFOORS 7-car Christmas promotion today finally received their grand prize, with the 7th winner of a brand new car yet to be selected. Tasia Dickinson tells us more.
The 6 lucky winners of brand new cars, the Toyota Allion, through GAFOORS Christmas promotion are Azad Khan, Kim King, Joel Williams, Lekram Singh, Philip Azor, and Parvulal Sinat. There was one winner for each of the company's 7 outlets countrywide. However, the Diamond branch is yet to select their winner and is expected to do so shortly. Meanwhile, during a grand handing over ceremony on Thursday, some of the winners expressed gratitude for being able to win these multi-million-dollar prizes.
At first I didn't actually believe, because I had a prank call in the morning about something like this, and then when I get a call from them, it's like I feel it's the next prank call again, so I didn't actually believe.
I shopped one time before and then I shopped recently. I purchased my windows, my zinc, my sink, tiles, etc.
Is this your first time entering a promotion?
Yeah, first time entering the promotion. I feel blessed to have the privilege to win the car, because that was God's doing. That showed that the God that I'm served, that He's great. I just just recently moving about 3 weeks ago into my new home, into a new environment, so I have my new car to take me around to church, etc.
I shop in regular, I got full, but most time when 10% is on, I just usually come and buy it. So I'm grateful for that though.
First time entering promotion?
Yeah, this is the first time.
How did you feel when you won?
Well, I was longing for a car to go to church. As I usually walk, now I get a car, I can able to go to my church every Sunday.
Deputy Chief Executive Officer David Faulkner described this promotional event as perhaps one of the largest ever executed in the country.
It's indicative of the value that we place on our customers. We want you to benefit as much as we have benefited, not just from your business, but we have benefited from knowing you, from being part of your projects.
The promotion started on September 9th, 2022 and concluded on December 29, 2022. Customers had to spend a minimum of $5,000 in any self-service store or $100,000 in any wholesale department to enter the promotion. The promotion saw over 250 prizes valued approximately $30 million being distributed. Tasia Dickinson for the Evening News.
With the sighting of the moon on Wednesday evening, the holy month of Ramadan commenced today, and President Dr. Irfan Ali, in extending Ramadan wishes, wants to see everyone's heart filled with forgiveness and mercy so that they can all be better humans. Here's what he had to say on this special occasion.
Ramadan is a reminder of the mercies and grace of God Almighty. But importantly, it is our own ability to forgive, be merciful, humble, prayerful, generous, and gracious that is being tested, examined, and reinforced for the pleasure of God Almighty. I pray Allah bless all of us as a country, a single family, strengthen us in faith, and open our hearts with mercy, knowing through faith, all things are possible. May this Ramadan bring tremendous blessing to all our homes. Open mercy, forgiveness, and grace, and help us all to be better human beings. Ramadan Mubarak.
And now for a look at the bridge reports.
The Demerara Harbour Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Friday, March 24th at 4:15 hours for a period of 1.5 hours. Meanwhile, the Berbice River Bridge is scheduled to be closed on Friday, March 24th at 5:40 hours for a period of 1.5 hours.
Mohammed's Enterprise injects $1 million plus into Kashif and Shanghai futsal, and Shabazz has options for Golden Jaguars captaincy. Details of these stories and more in the Sportcast, sponsored by MacCorp, coming up on the other side of the break.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality? Or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Sadco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store. Located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rhymeville.
John Lewis Styles has opened a new department, now offering home goods. Here you can find quality sheets and towels, pillows, blankets, and even bath mats and shower curtains. Organize your laundry with clothes baskets, fabric steamers, irons, and ironing boards. For the kitchen we have small appliances, towels and mittens, pot sets and dinner sets too. Decorate the house with mirrors, picture frames, floating shelves and decorative pillows. All these and more on Waterloo Street. It's fashion for the home. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Credit! Yeah, ready? We are short so far. Look along, me tell you, buy one generator. Now the picnic online test and blackout come and cut off everything. Sorry, son. Radhika, Abby go tomorrow. Abby go now.
At Sylvie's, we stock products from more than 22 different sectors in mining, construction, food processing, vulcanizing, home improvements, and more.
Are you getting generator?
So this is a 3000 better size generator. This can work for your lights, your fan, your TV, and your fridge.
Well, Abby can buy one for Abby and Abby can buy one for Mommy too.
Yeah, and Mommy can even key start it. All you have to do is hook up the battery and
visit us today at 31 High in Hatfield Street, where our friendly and knowledgeable team members are willing to assist you. You can also call us on 227-6243 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 and shop via our website at www.sylviesonline.com.
Abby go buy one Dalpuri mill,
one plucking machine, one pressure washing machine, one juice dispenser, one engine, one pepper grinding machine, one water pump, a sugar cane juicer, circle saw. We gotta get alright then food warmer. We gotta get